I'm gonna be real, it's hard. My Chinese was really bad when I first came here. The jokes are just not the same. Making friends with the Chinese is definitely a more proactive type of effort. Most of the international kids also don't hang out much with the Chinese. You know what? Language, culture, race, I don't care what you are, what color, what shape or size. I see your soul. Like honestly, this that you see is just a packaging, right? I decided for myself that I want to know more about the Chinese culture. I want to socialize more with the Chinese. So you decide whether it be them or you. I am early today. I am so early. So happy. 12:01. Now you might be wondering, Matt, why are you wearing full long sleeves in the middle of summer? Well, you'll see why.
I scrolled down the Insta page, saw a picture that I didn't want to see. You had his hand around your waist and a smile on your face like the way you look at me. It's only 8.
Look at the time. 12:06.
Over your head and
Okay, I'm gonna have to get ready for the heat. 3, 2, 1. So hot.
so naive.
Oh my god, it's so hot. Insane. So hot. I feel like I'm getting burnt, bro. Anyways, not gonna repeat the same mistake as yesterday because I already know the cafe now. So 我带了一个雨伞. It's just automatic when you push a button, which does not seem to be functioning right now. Is it broken? Oh my god, that's so embarrassing, bro. That's the cafe.
With some other has-been, baby, I'm just asking. Do you think I'm gonna be the last one? The last one.
I didn't know they had this spot. So nice. Okay, hi. So happy that I didn't get lost.
Sorry, but your vibe from me is kinda clear.
Hi, hello. Oh my god, I am back at the cafe, but at a new sitting location, and it's really nice because I get this area all to myself. Hopefully no one else will sit in this area because I'm socially awkward. Genuinely, like you guys might think I'm an extrovert. Well, yeah, kinda. My MBTI is ENFJ, but filming in public is still like something new to me. Correction, yapping in public is still something new to me. So, and I'm gonna order now. Yesterday, I ordered a 什么来着?拿铁 with 冰淇淋. I'm the type of person to try every single thing on the menu and not repeat order. Because I have commitment issues. I'm kidding. Okay, so there's this drink called 柠檬冰美式 lemon iced Americano. I don't know, I don't like Americano. The problem is that they're all coffee drinks. I don't like coffee. Oh, 抹茶牛奶. But am I seriously gonna pay for a matcha milk for 32 yen? Exactly. Question of the year, guys. Dude, seriously, like working in Shanghai makes me feel so broke. You would never see these prices at cafes in Suzhou. Okay, I'm gonna get a 气泡饮, so basically soda, right? It's carbonated drinks. I have two choices, either Tao Tao, right? Tao Tao, I think it's grape. The other one is 蜂蜜柠檬, honey lemon. Do I go for grape or honey lemon? Honestly, I'm not much of a grape person, but so yeah, let's step out of our comfort zone and get the Tao Tao because that's like my life principle, I guess you could say, like my motto. I want to push myself out of my comfort zone as often as possible, which I am doing right now, filming in public. And I'm actually gonna eat my lunch while I yap because I didn't get time to like order something, so I just bought from 7-Eleven. This onigiri is so good. I swear to god, like China's 7-Eleven, damn good. I mean, to be fair, I've never been to Japan before, and I know, you know, the 7-Eleven in Japan is like paradise level, right? And then 另外一个我有这个三明治 except it melted. It literally melted. Oh yeah, this is good. That instantly revived me. Like I was so dehydrated. So hi there, I'm Mett. I'm an international student studying in Suzhou, China and currently interning in Shanghai at an investment research firm. And welcome to the series of Mett's Yap Sesh, where I yap about different random things living in China as a foreigner, from studying to working and going out to random cafes and drinking grape. Let's talk about the social life on campus. And even though XJTLU is an international university, the population of Chinese students is 90% roughly, as compared to 10% of internationals. And I say like internationals from all countries, right? Because fun fact about XJTLU, which I myself did not know before coming here, is the Indonesian population here is a lot. Like a lot. It's like 400 of us on campus. I came to China not expecting to meet my own species here. And I always get this question in my DMs and TikTok, like, is it hard or easy to make friends with the Chinese? Like, how are they like, etc.? Can you share more about your experiences? To be fair, I've only been in XJTLU for 2 years, even though I'm entering my 4th year because I skipped the first year, thanks to the IB diploma. In my first year at XJTLU, I hung out with the international kids a lot. This includes Indonesians, Malaysians, Americans, and technically, I did not hang out much with the Chinese at all. Most likely back then, I was also afraid. Like, I was not willing to step out of my comfort zone and, talk to them, socialize more, because I'm gonna be real, it's hard. It's hard to assimilate into their culture. It's hard to just like enter your maybe because I've met these people in my 2nd year and they have already formed their own like group of circles in their 1st year, so it was really awkward for me. And back then I was not as confident as who I am today. As well as my Chinese was really bad when I first came here. But then in my 2nd semester of my 1st year, I met my current Chinese best friend. She is literally like my ride or die. Like, we go to classes together, we literally do everything together. And I'm gonna be real, like from my observations, most of the international kids also don't hang out much with the Chinese. Like all of their quote-unquote friendships are just classmate level, just classmate status, they don't go to the next stage. But in my 3rd year, when I actually started being close with my friend Irene, I decided for myself that I want to know more about the Chinese culture. I want to socialize more with the Chinese because I came to China for one thing, right? Well, a lot of things, but like one of the main things is to immerse myself in the culture and socialize with the locals. So what am I doing if I'm not doing that? In my 3rd year, there are a lot of group projects, and we could choose our own members now. We couldn't before in the 2nd year. And since I always team up with Irene for our group projects, she introduced me to other Chinese, and I slowly became friends with them. And now we're a little cute friend group of 5, and we do our group projects together. And the thing about group projects is that, at least for my own group, we take everything very seriously, right? Like, we treat it as a full-time job. We have like 3 meetings in a week sometimes because of how like intense the workload can be. And within each group meeting, it's basically like a friend hangout, because we're just like 就是我们的关系非常紧密了, Yeah, and then when I came back to Indonesia, I brought them back snacks and gifts. I must say though that making friends with the Chinese is definitely a more proactive type of effort, because majority of the ones I met on campus, they are more reserved and shy, and they don't tend to socialize with the internationals much because they're not familiar. Honestly, right? Like if I'm scared, they're also scared too, because I don't understand their Chinese that well, and most of them, they can't speak English as well, Yeah, there's always that language barrier aspect to it. So you decide whether it be them or you. But the truth of life is that you have no control over other people, their actions, thoughts, and feelings. You only have control over yourself. So I took the proactive decision to put in more of the effort to befriend them. I'm so glad that my efforts paid off. It does take time and process, because a friendship is just like any relationship. It needs time and effort for you to nurture it and grow it to become something really like long lasting and beautiful. And it does require effort from both ends. So I'm really grateful and blessed to say that I've met Irene, who is very different from the other Chinese that I've met. She is very open-minded, and every time I say open-minded, I remember Hongdae guy. Oh my god. I don't mean it that way. She's kind of like me in a way. Like, she wants to step out of her comfort zone. She's also an extrovert, and we bonded over a lot of things that we have in common. And honestly, the catalyst that made our friendship really grow is that she started to open up to me. She started like opening her heart, and that inspired me to do the same. Because this is completely my fault. Like, I had this preconceived notion back then where I can't really connect with the Chinese simply because of the language, right? Like, I haven't tried anything yet, but because the human brain, once it operates from a place of fear, it creates all these like unrealistic scenarios and just made pre-assumptions. Yeah, because she opened her heart to me, and then she showed me how our friendship could be something much more like personal and close. I started to adopt this new mindset where, you know what, language, culture, race, I don't care what you are, what color, what shape or size. I see your soul, you know? Like, honestly, this that you see is just a packaging, right? When you want to build a relationship, whether that be platonic or romantic, ultimately the person that you are trying to connect with is the soul. I'm seriously getting sunburned, bro. But even right now, I still find it hard to socialize with the other Chinese because the jokes are just not the same. Like, they don't understand my English humor, and I don't understand their Chinese slang and humor as well, unless one of the parties become better at the language. But that's the fun of it, you know? Like, you can exchange and teach each other stuff and knowledge about your culture, your humor. Maybe because me personally, like, I don't believe in having a lot of friends. Like, I have this life motto or principle where I just need a small, tight circle that I can call literally in the middle of the night, like, hey man, I need help. Can you help me? And I would be confident they would be down there. Like, they would drop everything and come help me. And even though I'm an extrovert, I only have 2 friends. Ultimately, at the end of the day, it all comes down to you. Like, what do you want? What kind of friendships do you seek out? What kind of standards do you have in a friendship? What are your boundaries, your non-negotiables? It's basically kind of like dating, except I don't have experience in that. I have experience in a lot of friendship breakups though. I had to learn it the hard way. Now, this is some tea, right? Like, my university, apparently they have this like local reputation, I mean amongst the locals, that it's number one, it's a super expensive school, right? Because it's an international school, and the Chinese who are enrolled in this university, they usually transfer to the actual Liverpool University in the UK, and so they usually come from super like ultra rich, wealthy families, and a lot of them, they just play around, not really study or work, but honestly, slay. You know, they got the privilege, they can do whatever they want with their lives. That is very slay. But why am I telling you guys this is because it's hard to integrate into these types of social circles because, number one, the culture and maybe the social standing is just like too different. Now, I'm not saying that all of the students are of this status. Like, I'm just saying from my observations, a lot of them are. You know those memes where it's just like, oh, how to spot a Chinese international student? They wear like their full outfits, like brands, Balenciaga, Gucci, like really like flashy type of things. Yeah, bro, there's a lot of that on my campus. And usually these guys, they can't really speak English, and I just rarely ever see them with hanging out with internationals. Actually, one more significant point I'd like to add is probably because the university separates us, like the international students dorm and the local students dorm. Yeah, obviously that's gonna make the socializing even harder. You know why? Because you can't even enter the local students dorm without their 好像是他们的二维码，如果你没有他的二维码 you cannot enter the building, and there are a lot of security guards. I don't know why the local students dorm is like so highly guarded, whereas the international student dorm is like, oh, you can just get in, right? Like a lot of people sneak in and out of the international student dorms, and the international students, they hold parties of their own in their dorms, which barely have any Chinese students. Even from the accommodation is gonna make friendships between the locals and internationals more difficult. Like, there's one extra barrier to overcome. Whereas in other like public universities, I know that they combine like 4 girls, 4 guys in one room, regardless of the ethnicity or nationality, right? I envy that from public universities because I do want to bond with like a roommate, especially if she's Chinese. Like, I want to learn more about their culture, etc. maybe it's part of the Chinese culture. I'm not really sure. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but from my observations, they are more reserved. They're just more like they only hang out with their own kind type of thing. And I'm not saying this is everyone, okay? Like, please, please, please. If I literally have Chinese friends, so I'm just saying that majority, it is quite difficult to become like genuine friends, okay? Like, whenever I say friends, I mean you have a solid like connection with them. They're like your ride or die type of relationship, right? Not just like, oh, hi, bye, or like, let's take a picture together, or let's eat together. Like, for me, those are not friends. They're just acquaintances. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I have super, super high standards when it comes to friendships as well. I don't know, bro. It's just like dating, I guess. Like, I also have really high standards when it comes to that. But you know what they say? High quality standards protect you from having low quality experiences. Okay, so that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching if you've made it this far. And please, please, please comment what you want me to yap about next. Like, if you have any questions or you want to correct me if I'm wrong. And if you found this video helpful, please feel free to leave a like and subscribe so that you won't miss any more random yapping sessions in the future. Okay, bye bye.